chapter 14, probability. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, you can say in that class 10th, the introduction of probability. Okay. And we can say it is easy. Okay. Do not means you can say it is very hard chapter, or and overall probability. That term actual means is possibility. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, possibility means what is the possibility, what is the possibility that tomorrow it will rain or not. Okay.
Okay,
What is the
yeah.
possibility if you toss the coin, it will head or it will tail. So basically this is the probability. Means, see, read it. Probability, theoretical approach. Read, Huria.
Should I read like the?
Let us consider.
Okay. Let us consider the following situation. Suppose a coin is tossed at random. When we speak, should I read that blue box?
Yes.
Okay. When we speak of a coin, we assume it to be fair. It is symmetrical, so that there is no reason for it to come down more often on one side than the other. We call this property of the coin as being unbiased. By the phrase random toss, we mean that the coin is allowed to fall freely without any bias or interference.
Yeah, means basically we assume it to be fair. That means we do not have to do any type of cheating overall. Okay.
Yeah,
Then
okay.
we know.
We know in advance that the coin can only land in one of the two possible ways, either head up or tail up. We dismiss the possibility of its landing on its edge, which may be possible, for example, if it falls on sand. We can reasonably assume that each outcome, head or tail, is as likely to occur as the other. We refer to this by saying that the outcomes head and tail are equally likely. For another example of equally likely outcomes, suppose we throw a die once. For us, a die will always mean a fair die. What are the possible outcomes? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each number has the same possibility of showing up, so the equally likely outcomes of throwing a die are 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Okay. Are the outcomes of every experiment equally likely? Let us see. Suppose that a bag contains 4 red balls and 1 blue ball, and you draw a ball without looking into the bag. What are the outcomes? Are the outcomes a red ball and a blue ball equally likely? Since there are 4 red balls and only 1 blue ball, you would agree that you are more likely to get a red ball than a blue ball. So the outcomes, a red ball or a blue ball are not likely. However, the outcome of drawing a ball of any color from the bag is equally likely. So all experiments do not have equally likely outcomes. However, in this chapter from now on, we will assume that all the experiments have equally likely outcomes. In class 9, we defined the experimental or empirical probability PE of an event E as P into E equals number of trials in which the event happened divided by the total number of trials.
Read the MP.
The empirical interpretation of probability can be applied to every event associated with an experiment, which can be repeated a large number of times. The requirement of repeating an experiment has some limitations, as it may be very expensive or unfeasible in many situations. Of course, it worked well in coin tossing or dice throwing experiments, but how about repeating the experiment of launching a satellite in order to compute the empirical probability of its failure during launching, or the repetition of the phenomenon of an earthquake to compute the empirical probability of a multi-storied building getting destroyed in an earthquake? In experiments where we are prepared to make certain assumptions, the repetition of an experiment can be avoided, as the assumptions help in directly calculating the exact theoretical probability. The assumption of equally likely outcomes, which is valid in many experiments, as in the 2 examples above of a coin and die, is one such assumption that leads us to the following definition of probability of an event. The theoretical probability, also called as classical probability of an event E, written as P into PE, is defined as PE equals number of outcomes favorable to E divided by number of all possible outcomes of the experiment. Yeah, we did this in AI last year.
Yeah.
This
So basically, this is the formula, means overall on which we have to discuss the probability in class 10. Okay. So what is the classical probability? That is number of outcomes favorable to E divided by number of all possible outcomes in the experiment. Okay, where we assume that the outcomes of the experiment are equal likely. Okay, we will briefly refer to theoretical probability as probability. Okay, this definition of probability was given by Pierre Simon Laplace in 1795. Okay, come on the next. Yeah, probability theory, Simon Laplace. Okay, so come on the example directly. See.
Okay.
Yeah. Example, find the probability of getting a head when a coin is tossed once. Also find the probability of getting a tail. So basically, coin, the one side is heads and one other side is tail. So basically, coin has 2 sides, overall 2 sides. Okay, and out of 2, one side is head and one side is tail. Correct?
Yeah.
So find the probability to getting a head. So probability for head, number of outcomes favorable to E means favorable to head. How many times means when you tossed a coin, so how many times, or you can say how many face you can see at a time? Only one face. So maybe it will be head.
Yeah.
So we write 1. And number of all possible outcomes means total number of faces in a coin, that is 2. So possibility or probability for coming ahead, that is 1 by 2. Correct? Same,
okay.
yeah, same thing for getting a tail, because tail is also in only one side and coin has two sides. So probability is 1 by 2 for the tail also. Okay. So yeah. Example number 2, a bag contains a red ball, means one red ball, one blue ball, one yellow ball, and all balls being the same size. Kritika takes out a ball of the bag without looking into it. What is the probability she takes out the yellow ball, red ball, and purple? So basically, for the probability of yellow, it's very simple.
Yeah, 1 by 3.
Yeah, total outcomes, or you can say total yellow balls are 1, and number of all possibles. So all possibles are 3. Same thing for probability for red ball, that is also 1 by 3, and probability for blue ball, that is also 1 by 3. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Read the remarks.
An event having only one outcome of the experiment is called an elementary event.
Okay.
Example 1, both the events E and F are elementary events. Similarly, in example 2, all the 3 events Y, B, and R elementary events. Oh, okay.
Okay, Hurriya. So basically, example 1, both events E and F are elementary because only one outcome is possible here. And similarly,
Yeah,
example 2, all the 3 events Y, B, and R elementary because only one possibilities. So
Yeah.
they are elementary. Then example 1, point number 2, example 1, we note that possibility for E, probability for E plus probability for F, that is equals to 1. How? Heads is 1 by 2 and tails is also 1 by 2. So when you add it, it becomes 2 by 2. That is over 1.
Okay.
Same thing for the example number 2, 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3, that is probability is 1. Okay, so observe that the sum of probabilities,
okay.
yeah, the sum of the probabilities of all the elementary events of an experiment is 1. This is true in general also. Basically, means if you can
practically.
relate it practically. So half part of the coin is related to heads and half part is related to the tails. So when we combine it, it makes a whole one. Okay, so this is the means reality. Okay, example 3, suppose you throw a dice once. What is the probability of getting number greater than 4? Okay, and what is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 4? Okay, so numbers in dice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. First condition, what is the probability of getting number greater than 4? Two numbers are greater than 4.
Yeah, so 2 by 6.
2 and total are 6, and when we simplify it, that is the possibility 1 by 3.
Yeah, okay.
Then kya hai second question? Yeah, what is the probability of getting a number less than or equal to 4? So basically we take 4.
4 by 6.
Yeah,
2
so
by
it is
3.
4 by 6. When you cancel it, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 by 3. Okay, and when
Yeah,
you
okay.
add them, it will also 1. You can check.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so basically this is the probability introduction for the class 10. Okay, now this is the another rule. Yeah, in general, it is true that for an event E, P bar equals to 1 minus PE. The E bar represent not E. It is called the complement of the event E. Okay, we also say that E and E bar are complementary events. Okay, before proceeding further, let us try to find the answer of the following questions. What is the probability of getting a number 8? Getting a number 8 in a single throw of die. Okay, what is the probability of getting a number less than 7 in a single throw of a die? Okay, answer. Come on, the answer number 1.
For the first one,
Yeah,
it's 0 because
outcomes is
there's
0
no,
because there is nothing related to 8 in the dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and then in the second one, it's 6 by 6,
Yeah.
which is 1.
In other words, getting 8 in a single throw die is impossible. So P in the bracket getting 8 is 0 by 6. Overall, it is 0 possibilities.
Yeah.
And for the, so this is the probability of an event which is impossible and it is occur to 0. So this is called the impossible event. Okay. And the second one,
okay.
yeah, impossible event means when your value is 0, possibility or probability is 0. So you can say that it is impossible event. Okay. The second thing, probability of getting a number less than 7. So 1 to 6, all are less than 7. So it is 6 by 6, that is 1. Next thing, probability of an event which is sure to occur is 1. Such an event is called sure event or a certain event. Means if you solve it, you will get the answer as 1. So this type of event are called sure event. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, next thing for the probability, you have to learn. You have to learn in for the means in playing cards how many spades,
Oh.
how many hearts, how many diamonds, and how many clubs, kings, queens, and jokers. Because questions are related to cards also. Okay, and if we do not know these things, we will means stuck in the questions. Okay, see, read. Now let us take an example related to playing cards. Read.
Have you seen a deck of playing cards? It consists of 52 cards, which are divided into 4 suits of 13. 13 cards each.
Hmm.
Spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs.
Hmm.
Clubs and spades are of black color, while hearts and diamonds are of red color.
Hmm.
The cards in each suit are
Ace.
ace, king, queen, jack,
Hmm.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2.
Hmm.
Kings and queens and jacks are called face cards.
Yeah. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. These are the numbers. Means that are printed on the cards also. Okay. 10 spades.
Oh,
10
I'll have to
hearts.
learn this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so read the example. Yeah, one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Okay, calculate the probability the card will be an ace. So if we do not know how many aces in the deck, so we will not able to find the probability. Okay, so see,
Okay.
there are 4 aces in a deck. 4 aces in a deck. Total are 52, and when we simplify it, 1/13 is the probability. See. Okay.
Ma'am, what does that mean? Like over there, 4 suits of 13 cards each.
4 suits. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 13, 13, 13, 13. Okay, 13 fours are 52.
So over here we took like, wait, we took ace as 4, right? Why we did not take it as 13? Like that's why I'm confused a bit.
Wait. Spades, hearts. Wait, Urya. They are not specified with 13, 13 because there are king, queen, jack, and ace are also. So they are 4, 4, 4. And then rest of the things are divided in these equally. Okay. So means that's why
Okay,
I'm
okay.
telling you we have to learn how many spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs, king, queens in the playing cards overall. Okay. And the second thing will not be an ace. So there are 4 ace. First thing, there are 4 ace. Okay.
Yeah.
And when you subtract it, 52 minus 4, as I mentioned, so that is 48. Means 48 cards are not related to ace. So probability will be 48/52.
So now basically each card, there are like 4 of them, like for 4 spades, 4 hearts, 4 diamonds, and 4 clubs, and then like
No, no,
Four
no, no,
king.
Hurya, no, no. 4 spades, 4 diamonds, that's not correct.
then
52 cards. 1 minute. 13 spades. Okay. 13 spades. Okay. Ace. 1 minute. 1 minute, Hurya. Spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. Yeah, this is the picture. Okay. Yes, Surya. So ace, they are 4. Okay. And for number 2, they are also 4. Number 3, they are also 4. 4,
Oh,
5, 6,
okay.
7, 8, 9, 10. Jack and queen. Everything are 4. Okay. And
Okay,
means
okay.
they have the what? I'm showing you. Wait, 1 minute. I'm showing you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Uh, See, this is the pattern.
Oh, okay.
These are ace, means each one has club, one has diamond mentioned, one had heart mentioned, one has spades mentioned. 10, jack, queen, king, everything is 4 4. 13, and they are 4 4. So that's why they are 52 overall.
1 minute, ma'am. Let me take a picture. Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the means pattern of cards. Okay. So basically, for the probability, we have to learn the cards or the number of every part of the deck. Okay. Yeah. Come on the example number 5. Two players, Sangeeta and Reshma, play a tennis match. It is known that the probability of Sangeeta winning the match is 0.62. Okay, what is the probability of Reshma winning the match? So Huria, we use that formula. PE equals 1 minus P 1 minus
PE bar, right?
P, yeah, PE bar. Okay, so we will convert it Reshma and
What does
Sangeeta.
what does E bar mean exactly? It's just like a letter, or it has any meaning?
Just like a letter. See, here is it is mentioned that where yeah, complementary event for means for the subtracting. See, the question is related to
Yeah.
that one. Means yeah. Who's yeah? Sangeeta winning is 0.62. So this is the complementary. So we will write it 0.62 equals to 1 minus PR. Yeah, Reshma. Okay. So it will be PR probability of Reshma is 1 minus 0.62. And when we subtract it, it will be 0.38. This is the probability for Reshma. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Example 6. Savita and Hamida are friends. What is the probability that both will have different birthdays and same birthdays, ignoring a leap year? Okay. One day is related to their birthday overall out of 365 days. Okay. So for Savita birthdays, it is 364 upon 365. Okay. And when you subtract it from 1, you will get the probability for the Hamida birthdays. Okay. Using this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Overall probability is easy. Yeah. Example 7, 8, 9.
There are many examples and many questions as well.
Okay, no problem.
Next.
Yeah. No issue, Huria. We will discuss the next example. Yeah. From the 7th one in the next class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.